Hi you guys, I'm Raven, Cosmomars, Say the MUA, whatever you want to call me. Alright, so this is like kind of like my first video. I don't know. Alright. Okay. So this video is going to be 3 parts and I'm just going to be talking to you guys about my experience working and how I got hired at Sephora and at MAC and the difference between working at the two. So this is part 1 is going to be about Sephora because I worked there first. So I'm 23. I recently graduated from Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland. Go Bears. So I started working at Sephora maybe like 2014, March 2014. And the first time I applied, I didn't get hired. Applied again, got hired as a cashier. So I went through 3 interviews at Sephora. And I went with a very simple face, but with a red lip, because Sephora is all about, their colors are red, black, and white. So the red lip really made it pop. My first interview was a group interview, and my second 2 interviews were one-on-one with the assistant manager and then with the retail manager, or as Sephora calls them, the DIC, director in charge. So in Sephora, you are a cast member. You're on the floor, and the different like fragrance, cash wrap, skincare, color are called roles. So I mean, it was really fun. I was at Sephora for 2 years. Interview process was pretty easy. I was at Towson in Baltimore, Maryland, or Towson, Maryland. So I mean, interview process was fairly easy. I really liked Sephora. The pay was okay. At the time, I was a sophomore in college, so anything over that was in the double digits was good to me. So I started working there. I loved it. And I went through a lot of different changes with leadership, because we call them leaders. So a lot of different managers ended up coming in, and so we finally got one, and then we got another assistant manager, and then that's when I started to hate Sephora. But that's just my personal experience in my store. Sephora, the company, is an amazing company. Sephora strives on education, and I really love that about Sephora. So anytime you go to work, you get a daily dose where you're learning about the brand or what's coming out or what's hot now, bestsellers. So I really love that anytime you go to work at Sephora, you're getting education. You're learning about a new brand, a new product from the brand, because in Sephora, the brands are required to put out new product every few months. So I really loved it. I was there for 2 years. Towards the end, I couldn't stand it. It was so bad, y'all. Like, I think I actually cried twice at work. I wasn't getting, it's very hard to move up in Sephora. Like, it's really hard unless you're there for a really, really long time. I find it a little difficult. I was a cashier, and in fragrance, I would flex the fragrance sometimes, and they wouldn't let me do makeup. Like, I don't know if it was a personal thing, but I was always trying to like help in color. Like certain managers would let me, do foundation matches, help with everything, because I love helping. I love makeup. I am a makeup artist, by the way. And they just would not let me move up in the company. So I began to become frustrated. And then, so I was just kind of over it. So I didn't really care for a lot of the members of leadership. They were just not really supportive. But again, I was still learning so much. The gratis at Sephora is amazing. Like, Sephora gratis is so amazing. Like, I honestly truly miss the gratis. The discount was okay. I think my discount at MAC is better, but at the same time, like, Sephora carries other brands, and that's what I love about Sephora. When I worked at Sephora, that's when I really became into skincare. Before that, I was just like, oh, let me just wash my face with some Neutrogena. So then I became like super serious about skincare, because it was easy to access and I was getting a discount. I'm a discount queen, okay? If it ain't free, it ain't me. But if it ain't free, but it's on sale, it's for me, okay? Discount queen, doesn't matter if it's food, clothes, I don't pay full price. But that is a different video. So back to Sephora. Sephora holiday was okay. Towards the holidays, we would get an extra 10% off, which is like, you know, you get what you get. But it was cool. I mean, I loved it until towards the end, it just became so draining. Like, I literally cried probably twice at work. That's how over it I was. But they were very flexible with my schedule. It wasn't very competitive. I mean, of course, you have times, you know, everybody gets, you know, especially because majority of the people that work at Sephora are women or, you know, gay men. So it's always, it can be a little catty, but because you don't, it's not a commission-based job, it's not as stressful. It's not as like, you know, like working at like a Nordstrom's cosmetic counter or anywhere else where it's commission based. You know, it's just very easy. You know, the managers did just about everything as far as paperwork, closing the registers, and you'll see why I'm saying this when I get into my working at MAC video. So it was just cool. I mean, you know, it's so completely different from working at MAC, and those are the only two cosmetics places I've actually worked. So can't really compare it to working at Ulta, but Ulta and Sephora are very similar. But yes, I mean, if you want to work at Sephora, I definitely say give it a try. My sister actually went to work at Sephora and she liked it as well, but she wasn't into makeup. She's not into makeup as much as I am. Like, she's into makeup, but she's not like a makeup artist or anything. So it's just kind of like, okay, so makeup is fun for her. It's fun for me too, but you know what I mean. So yeah, she liked it too. She doesn't work there anymore. Oh my God, I spoke my sister up. Hey, Kristen. Anyways, so yeah, so let me think. So I went over the interview process. Very simple. They really just asked you what you know about makeup. Why do you want to work here? Nothing too crazy, but at the same time, this is 3 years ago at this point. Like, it's been 3 years, so maybe the interview process has changed, but you know, when I worked there, it's pretty easy. All three of the interviews, as long as you know about the company, you know about the burning flame, which most people think it's an asp, but it's a flame. Y'all, it's raining so hard outside. Oh my God, can y'all hear that? I hope y'all can hear that. Anyways, so yes, sorry, I get distracted so easily. So yeah, so that was kind of my like insight on Sephora. I definitely think it's a great, if you're into makeup, you want to be a makeup artist, you want to, you know, work for other companies like NARS or MAC, or, you know, work directly with the brand. Sephora is an amazing place to start. Like, I have my old co-workers from Sephora, because none of my old co-workers work at Sephora anymore. Everybody was over it. They work for brands now like Cover FX, Hourglass, Fresh, you know, all the different brands that Sephora carries. So like, if you wanted to work directly with the brand, working at Sephora is a great way to kind of get your foot in the door, kind of get to know the brand representatives or the account executives, just to see where it goes. You know, also, like, if you did want to end up working for MAC, or, you know, just start your own makeup business, just to be like, oh yeah, I worked at Sephora, I kind of have that good foundation. Like, Sephora is an amazing foundation, especially if you want to get into the makeup industry. I'm sorry. So yes, so this is my Sephora video. I do have a blog post about it. It needs to be updated. But, you know, I figured, like, some people might want to know, like, the realty on working at Sephora. The company is great, hard to move up. They don't pay that good. The discount's okay. The gratis is amazing. Interview process is cool. I mean, you know, it also depends on the location. It was also kind of hard for me to transfer because towards when I was graduating from Morgan, you know, I feel like it was just my managers. They were just, ugh. So yes, so this was part one. This was my Sephora video, you know, and the next one, because this is 3 parts, is my working at MAC, how I got the job at MAC, and my experience at MAC Cosmetics currently, which is my current job. So I will see you guys soon.